Hello, hello, hello. It is time to look at Liam's Craftable Armours. Now, I am testing this out in place of what I usually would use to help me be able to craft some unique items, okay? There's actually two mods. Let me see if I can show you, or if I think they're all gone. There's actually two mods I normally use instead of this. One is a mod that allows you to craft a lot of unique items. It adds them to the miscellaneous and the tanning rack. And then another one is the one that lets you create or craft a lot of clothing items. Again, it usually adds those to the tanning rack. So I usually have those two mods, but I was testing this mod, this one single mod, because it's supposed to do a lot of that for you. It adds craftable recipes for most of the unique and uncraftable armor around Skyrim. All can either be crafted in a forge or tanning rack. You do not need any smithing perks to be able to craft them. Now, you do need some stuff to craft them. They're not all totally free, but you don't need smithing perks. So, and here's what the list has. It has the Archmage robes, the college robes, different variants, monk robes, necromancer, guard armors and shields for the towns, ancient Nord armor. There's the Brotherhood stuff, Greybeard stuff, blades armor, companion armor, Stormcloak officer armor, some Forsworn armor. Now, I think it really only does one Forsworn armor, and I thought there were some variants, but I could be wrong. The fur armor, they try to give you all the variants, and I think they do. There's the Skull clothes, the Executioner clothes, the Thieves Guild armor includes the Guildmaster and Linway set. Now, I think Linway set, they don't call it Linway. I think they call it Thief Guild variant or something. They do have the Nightingale armor, Vampire armor, Vampire clothes, but not all. The other mod I use gives you Vampire armor, light armor, but it also makes all of those, you have a Vampire clothing option of each one too. I don't think this mod goes that far, but this mod does give you the Alikor clothes, the Redguard clothes, Cultist robes, Mirax armor, of course, Jarl clothes, and it involves some variants. Emperor's robes, Thalmor robes, Jester's outfit, Mythic Dawn robes, Veramina's robes, all these. So it gives you some things that I don't have with my other two. Not a lot, but a few things. The other two may contain more than what this contains, though. But that's two put together. And this one does a good job if you're looking for something that will give you these items or the ability to craft these items. Okay? Alright, so this was crafted, this mod was created by LWatson95, and it was ported by Stone Spiral Gaming. Now, I can tell you from just playing around with it a little bit that it seems good, it works well. I didn't have any troubles with it. I'm going to go in and just show you some of the items in the forge and in the tanning rack. Maybe we'll make a few of them, and Penny can try them on, but it really doesn't matter. They're going to look, they're going to look the same. But just to give you an idea of what you can do with this. So I will see you in the cheat room here in a minute. Alright, so here we are on Penny. And let's see. Let's go over here to the tanning rack and let's see what we can see. We have some Forsworn armor, I tell you. And boots and gauntlets and headdress. We have the different variations of the fur armor. And we have some skull boots and stuff. We have leather. We have some executioner stuff. Guildmaster stuff. Oh, I'm wearing the god ring. Hold on. The stats are all wacky when she's wearing the god ring. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm just all over the place. Hold on, we'll get there. Yeah, there we go. Now let's look at these things. Yeah, now the stats are in line with what they should be. You can see that. Skull, stuff, skull, boots, and other things. Leather, executioner stuff. Now, the executioner stuff appears to have no armor value. I just think that's interesting. Nightingale, we have Nightingale with no enchant now. Nightingale, so that you can enchant it yourself. Same for Thieves Guild, and this is the Linway, the variant armor. I think it looks good. Now, do they have, where was the Master? The Guild Master also unenchanted, so you can enchant it yourself. Here's the Vampire Armor. Now, I believe this is all just light armor, except for the robes. Everything else is light armor. Well, okay. The robes, this hood, and these boots go together. But everything else is light armor. Those three pieces go together and they have no value. No armor value. So, now you'll notice Penny could make all of this stuff. But I just wanted you to see where to make it. You can make it even without the perks. But you do need supplies. You do need, ingredients. That's the word I'm looking for. You do need ingredients. Now, under miscellaneous, we have some stuff like the Aliquor hood, Archmage robes. We got boots. We got some of the, let's see, we got some different college boots and robes. A lot of this is similar to the other mod I use, but it's not exactly the same, and I'm not complaining about that. I think, at times, maybe I like this one better. It's a tough choice, though. This is just one small mod that adds a lot of this stuff in, so it is nice. And I don't know if I need the other two mods. If this mod adds in everything I want, which it does, and it adds in some extra stuff like the Redguard stuff, which I normally do not have available like that. I usually have to go get it out of a cheap box. And then you have the Thalmor stuff and the Varamina robes. So I don't think I need to make those for you. I just want you to see where they are. I think you can make those. This isn't like a show on an armor replacer. This is just the normal stuff. Here we have the blades stuff. All the good blades, goody good blade stuff, which I like. We have, let's see, what else do we have down here? Oh, that's a different mod. Don't worry about that. Now here we have the Nightingale armor that has the enchants, which is fine. This has the enchants. Oh, that's another mod. Don't worry about that. Another mod. Don't worry about that. I know we have to go to here is the Stormcloak officer armor. Okay. Now some of let me go back through, because some of the things that we need to show you are in other places. Like here is Falkreath and Hjalmarch. Guard armor and shield and such. Here's Markarth and the Pale and Riften and Solitude. I like this because you could actually play like your character is a guard, and maybe they take an arrow to the knee. Who knows? I know that was terribly bad, but anyway, you get the idea. Is there anything else here? Well, here's the Ancient Nord. That comes in on the shield, on the steel. Now, here is the Blades armor again. I'm not sure why it's here again. So, but it is, and it doesn't hurt anything. You can still make it. But I'm not sure why it's in both places. Maybe I have another mod that makes sure I have. Yeah, I may have another mod for the Blades armor, and that could be why it's in both places. So, that's right. Okay, so here's the wolf armor. And then, is there anything special? Now, this Guildmaster armor is enchanted. Don't worry about this Carlisle's armor. That's It doesn't matter. Leather's fine. Thieves Guild, again, this doesn't matter. This is coming from a different mod, and it doesn't fully work, so don't worry about that. I apologize that you even have to see it, but for me to check through everything and make sure I don't miss anything, sometimes that's life. That's a different mod. I didn't think there was anything here. I don't think there's anything under armor. What you might see here, yeah, under ebony, that's from a different mod. Glass and steel glass, that's from a different mod. Alright, nothing there. Daedric is fine. Jewelry's fine. Okay, bone mold chitin. All this, I think all this is the same. I don't think there's any changes here. So I don't think you have to worry about any of this. Alright. So there you go. Basically everything shows up. You know, it's in different places on the forge, or it's over there on the tanning rack. But that is where things all show up at. And you can make those things. I don't remember if Penny has made any of these items already. We were fooling around with this. Yes, I did. Look. Alright. So since she's got some of that stuff, let's do the executioner stuff. Hold on. We'll do this for fun. We'll give her the boots and the gloves and the hood. Alright, because she's already got the robes. So we'll do one for you just for fun. I'm going to take the weapons off here. Alright. Okay, we'll do the boots and the gloves and the hood and the robes. Oh wait, was that? Oh, that's wrong. Do you see that? That's the wrong robes. That is not the executioner's robes. This is mislabeled. That's a shame. I did not know that. Alright, so that did not work. Yeah, I'm still using that one body. I haven't gotten rid of that yet, so it causes a slowdown. Let me take off the Linkle thing that I'm wearing. She's wearing the compass and the necklace. Let's take those off. Okay. Now, anyway, so the executioner, notice that the executioner stuff is mislabeled. It is not the executioners. It's actually, who do we call those people? We call them something else. Actually, the gloves might be right, or they might be Forsworn gloves. But that's the Brotherhood's cloth. So this is mislabeled. That's really all that is. Forsworn. Oh, it locked. It's doing that every time. Oh, I guess I have to be careful. I'll show you one more. I'll show you Forsworn. If it will quit doing this, I'll show you the fur armor. But the Forsworn, basically you get the basic Forsworn outfit. There might be other variations of that. That's the reason I show that. Now for the fur armor, there are some variations of fur armor. There's this one. And then there's this one, slightly different. None of these are hugely different. Then there's this one. She's a little more, I guess, a little more topless on that one. And then there's this one, back to, which this looks very similar to the other one that we saw in the beginning. Let's see, is there other stuff for this? There's the Hammerfell garb, you can see that, which is cool. See that? It's the Hammerfell garb. And then we do have the Red Guard. I think I made her the Red Guard stuff because I wanted to see that. But we have to get past all of this stuff. So bear with me just a moment. I made the Red Guard clothes. Ta-da. I think that looks pretty good. And that is it. I didn't make much of anything else for this, but I think that's enough to show you. You can make these things now. Like we said, that one is mislabeled. It's not the executioner's clothes. So there could be other issues that I have not seen because I have not made and checked everything on their list. So there could be other issues. Just want you to be aware of that. It's a very small mod. If it doesn't have any other issues, I would say it's still a good mod But if it has more things that are mislabeled, then I would be worried and would probably not recommend this. So if you find other issues, you know, just make a note of that, or maybe mention that out in the comments. I don't want to go through and do all of that. I know we found the one mislabeled, but I don't expect there would be a lot more. But you know, maybe I do have to check it for thoroughness sake. All right. Anyway, tell you what, I will be back in a minute, one way or the other.
Working.
Okay, I decided to run us back through some of these outfits. This is going to be pretty quick, just to make sure that everything is labeled correctly and works correctly. The Hammerfell garb and the Aliker hood, and I just threw some boots on her feet. It doesn't matter if they're the correct ones for this outfit or not. Those seem to be okay. I'm going to take the hood off. Now we're going to give her the ancient Nord armor and boots and gauntlets and helmet. And that seems to be okay. That appears to be correct. Looks the way it should for the game, as far as I know. We're going to do the ancient shrouded cowl for fun. It does not really belong with this outfit, but it is part of the Dark Brotherhood stuff, but it looks right. It looks okay. We're going to do the Archmage's robes. I'm going to drop these gauntlets and that cowl. And we don't have her any boots, but that's fine. You get the idea. As long as these things are labeled and working correctly. The black robes are the black robes. That's what we want. The Blades armor. The Blades armor should be good. Now we have two sets of Blades armor, and one is higher armor value than the other, and that's because of my mod that gives you a better Blades armor. So I still have two mods affecting the Blades, and it gives you more of a Daedric level Blades armor. But they look the same. They're the same in appearance. It looks pretty good. Now these are being affected. The appearance of some of this is being affected by the Amidian-born armor, which I'm running in this set. Okay, in this setup, I should say. So just so you know that, that's why it has this Amidian-born look. It's because I'm running the Amidian-born armor. I'm having trouble saying it. Oh my goodness. Anyway, that's okay. That's okay. So, let's see. Let's lose the boots and stuff. Let's continue on down. We don't really need the helmet or the shield. Let's move down. Now here's the blue robes. The blue robes are not blue, so that's another one that's off. That's mislabeled. These boots, hold on a second. It'll take a second for her to take those robes off, but I want to see those boots. I want to see if they're correct. I'll try not to do this too much. This body, I've got to do a show on this body and then get rid of it because it slows our navigation too much. So those boots look good. These boots, okay, and then these boots are a little different. Okay. These boots, appear to have, okay, so this mod has multiple minor issues, but still issues. See that chop through the ankles there? I'm not sure what's causing that, like some of the boot is missing, I think. Could be that this body just isn't made for this boot, but nonetheless, that's an issue that I don't want to have to deal with a lot. So let's try to take this robe off. These boots look okay. Those boots look okay. The college robes look okay. A different version of the college robes. These are the cuffed boots. I like the cuffed boots, if you see those down there. Those look right. The cultist boots, the cultist gloves and mask and robes. And yeah, that's labeled correctly. That is the correct stuff. So there we go. So that's good that that's all correct. I'm going to drop this. Alright. So embellished robes. I think that's correct. Embellished robes, embroidered garment. Yeah, that looks correct. Emperor's robes. Ah, the Emperor's robes. How nice. Now here we know the executioner stuff is wrong. So I'm going to go through it though, just to prove again that it's still wrong. Yep, it is. It's the Brotherhood's cloth set. Okay, so that's just for our own purposes. We know that that set is wrong. Now here's the Falkreath Guard's armor. Okay, that looks good. You don't get the boots, but you can make your own boots. It's really not a problem. Oh, I hit the armor by accident. Sorry. This will take a moment. Yeah, I'm really going to have to do a show on this body and the armor replacer and just kind of get rid of it, I think. Alright, so fine arm guards. I think that's from a different mod anyway. Here's fine raiment, though. It's from this mod. And that, there's the armor. We actually looked at the Forsworn stuff before, so I'm not going to go back through that. We also looked at the fur, so I'm going to skip over that. You can see the fur helmet. Woo! Ain't that pretty? Now that's a helmet. I'm sorry, it just looks so dumb. Oh, and look, it looks like they've attached the leather helmet to the backup. Is that right? That doesn't look right. Okay, I think there's some minor issues with this mod. I don't know why, but I think they are. Are those shoes okay? I guess they're okay. I guess. I don't know. Alright, so we have a fur-trimmed cloak. Let's get rid of that. That looks kind of dumb. So, we've seen this outfit before. Let's see. Fur-lined boots. That's okay, I'm sure. Reasonably sure. These are gilded wrist guards, which don't look like the picture, but that's fine. We're going to get rid of those boots. Let's go to the green robes. The green robes look correct. The gray robes also look correct. Graybeard boots. Possibly. Let's see the Graybeard's hood. That looks right. Let's see the Graybeard robes. Oh, ta-da. Okay, I think they got all that correct. So that looks pretty good. Let's lose the boots and the hood. Now this is the Guildmaster's armor. And that looks correct. Yeah, that looks okay. So, I'm just going to take off the boots, the gloves, and the hood. Now we have the Hammerfell garb, and that looked fine before. It still looks fine. This is the guard's armor for Hjalmarch. See that? I think that's okay. This is the hooded black robes. That looks alright. Hooded blue robes. Now that one looks right. The regular blue robes do not look right. This is the brown. Brown is okay. Green. Green is okay. Gray. Gray is also okay. Monk. Monk robes. Yep, that looks like the monk robes. Necromancer robes. Yes, okay, Necromancer. Red robes. Ooh, red rum, red rum. Anyway, so hooded Thalmor robes. Yep. Got that? Okay. Iron boots. I'm not going to worry about some of that. Let's look at the Jester's stuff really quickly. Yeah, that looks correct. That hat, I'll tell you. But nonetheless, that looks correct for her and for her body type and for everything that we have set up. So, okay, so that looks right. Let's get past the other mod stuff. These are mage hoods. I don't think it matters that much. They should be various shades, which they are, which is fine. Let's look at the college robes. Yep. Mantled robes again, a different version. Yep. Is this any different? It's a little different. We have the Markarth armor. Helmet and shield. Okay, I think those are fine. Okay, let's try Mirax stuff on. Mirax boots and gloves, and the mask, and the robes. That looks correct. Okay. I don't know if we would want to look that way, really. Here's monk robes. That's without the hood. Mythic Dawn. Does that look right? Oh, that looks right. That's correct. The Mythic Dawn. Okay. Now remember, these are fitted for her body style, so yours are not going to look identical to this. But we're just trying to make sure that everything is marked correctly and, you know, identified correctly and looks right. And all of this, most of this is good. There's just a few items that seem to have flaws, but it's enough items that I probably would not recommend this mod right now. That's just me, just the way I am. We don't have to look at those. We can look at this. I went the wrong way, sorry. Sorry, I went out of control for a moment. Alright, so let's get back to it. Pleated shoes, I don't know that those matter, but there they are. They look fun. Sijic stuff, I think we should look good. Let's see. Okay, the Sijic stuff looks right. That looks good. We have red robes, which are white and red. That's really what they're supposed to look like. These are the red guard boots that go with... Oh, I meant to hit the red guard clothes. Oh, I messed up. Sorry about that. Just hold on. Bear with me for a minute. We'll be there. Alright, so we got the red guard clothes and the red guard hood, and ta-da, there we go. She's all decked out like a red hood. A red guard. A red hood. What is a red hood? It is a red hood, but still. Little Red Riding Hood. Nonetheless, so let's move on. The refined tunic. She's so refined. Woo! In the refined tunic. Riften guard armor. Do we need to see everything else? No, I think that has been settled. Here's the shrouded armor. And boots, and a maskless cowl. Very nice. Here's shrouded gloves, and hand wraps, and a shrouded hood, and shrouded robes, and shrouded shoes. Ooh. I know, I'm being dumb. Okay, so let's move on. We have the skull boots, and the coat, and the gloves, and the hat. Now they have a hood, but they also have a hat, which is kind of dumb, but that is what they actually do. Is her hands okay? Yeah, that hand is clipping. I thought maybe her hands had disappeared for a moment. They have not. Okay, that's fine. Then we have the Solitude Guard armor. I'm not going to do everything. I think the armor shows you what we need to see. Stormcloak, officer. She has the bear head, growl. Alright, so we're doing pretty good. Let's see, let's look at the Telvanni robe. That looks fine. The Temple Priest robe, again. This always looks a little weird, but it's okay, it's fine. Thalmor, who's got the Thalmor? There we go. Thalmor, ta-da. Just checking in case, because we've seen a few of them have weird things that were wrong. Now here we have Thieves Guild armor, just the regular. It's what it's supposed to be, and so far it's looking right. That looks correct. That is the regular. Admittedly fitted to her body right now, the one she's using, but still, it's correct. And then we have this variant, which is the Linway variant. Okay, so that's that. Then we have the Varamina robes. Woo, the Varamina robes. Woo. Alright, anyway. Then we have different vampire armors. And I don't think these are going to be anything new or unique. I think we've seen these. These are light armor, of course. And then this is without the armor. If you do with the gloves and everything without the armor, do the hood and do the robes, this is what she would look like. Sneaking around the countryside, looking like an evil vampire. But this is the Vampire Lord armor. Notice she's wearing both. How does that work? I think there may be a problem with the Vampire Lord armor. Hold on. If I crash out, I'll come back and let you know. Nope, okay. See, look, she's wearing it, but it's not there. Do you see that? Okay, let's do something else. Let's take the hood and the gloves and the boots off. None of that make this Lord armor appear. Let's take the armor off and put it back on. Nope, it is invisible. It does not exist. So that does not work. Alright. Whiterun Guard's armor works. Winterhold Guard's armor works. Wolf armor works. Now, I just realized something in all that I've shown you and told you. I need to show you something else that could be affecting this. Liam's is just a crafting. Yeah, okay. Liam's is just a crafting only mod. So I don't think the problem is with Liam's mod. And it just dawned on me. Let me show you. Let me take us out of here and I'll go to the mod list and I'll show you everything. And you'll see what I mean.
Aye, sir.
Alright, so I need to make sure that we understand. This is Liam's Craftable Armours. Now, this was ported by Stone Spiral Gaming. This is under 95 kilobytes and it's created by L. Watson. This just adds recipes to the forge and the tanning rack. So, regardless of what I may have said before, this is not messing up the armors. Let me show you something. I have some other mods here in play as far as how these armors look and what they are. And here's what they are. It's the Amidian Born. It's a different one. It's not Tarshana's. Book of Silence. This is a big one. Who's ported by Jarl Ballin 89. And then this is the vanilla apparel for the Pyrocast body. If I have to make a pure guess, I'm going to say the problem is probably with that, because there are, unfortunately, I'm not trying to be mean, but there are some problems with the Pyrocast body. It slows down your inventory, it messes some things up, and I am using it with their texture, which I don't, it's not my favorite. Again, not trying to be mean, but I want you to know that there's some other mods in play. Liam's crafting mod is fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think the problem is probably in this vanilla apparel for the Pyrocast body. Possibly interfering a little bit with the Amidian Born, maybe. But I think this is probably going to turn out. I'm going to have to go and do shows on these now and see what the real issue is, okay? So, because I think they made some changes for some different things that may have affected the way some of these items look. So, that's what I'm going to have to do. But for right now, I want you to know that this has been Liam's Craftable Armours, and it does work. It will allow you to craft those items. I just have some replacers that are messing those items up. So that's on me, and that's on those other mods, not on Liam's mod. Liam's mod here is fine. This is created by L. Watson 95, and it does do what it says it's going to do. It lets you craft these. If I didn't have other mods in the way, everything would have been fine, but I'm still glad we did that little bit of testing. I may remove that testing from this mod show because it doesn't correctly show what you can do with this mod. But it does show that you can craft them, but at the same time, it might be a little misleading to you to think that that was the problem. This mod is not the problem at all. The problem I had was the way some of the armors looked and stuff is due to the replacer mods. So, alright. So again, very small mod. It does what it's supposed to do. I thought it looked fine. It looked good. The reason I had 2 different blade sets is I have another mod that affects the blades also. If you saw that, I'll show you that. It's supposed to just add the blades to the forge and the... Wait, here it is. It's supposed to just improve the blade stats, but it actually adds them to the forge. So it doesn't just improve them, it does add them in its own little way. I don't know how that works exactly, but I always get 2 blade sets with this mod. Anyway, alright. So the real mod we're looking at, Liam's Craftable Armours. Again, it does work. It does what it says it does. You can try it out. It is not causing the appearance issues. That's due to the other mods I have going at this time. So, alright. And I may leave that out, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's because I cut that out of the show because I don't want to show you wrong information. This mod does work. It does add things to the forge and to the tanning rack that you can craft. Alright? Okay. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later. Man, I gotta tell you, that new diet, it's working out. Look at me. I'm so thin.